And we're live. Tuesday night live stream. Welcome back, everyone. Hope to see you on stream. Always wondering if it's working or if I'm just talking to dead air. It takes everybody a second to get on anyway. So there we go. We're live. Hey guys. How's it going? Oh, Marina, what time is it? You're up very early. Or very late. How's everyone doing tonight? Why am I wearing these? Because I was just trying to stream on my Twitch gaming account. Trying to make that work. Didn't get it to work the way I wanted it to, but I was able to stream to two platforms, which was Facebook and Twitch. But I was trying to get it to stream to the YouTube channel. You haven't gone to bed yet. Wow. How come? I mean, that's like my schedule. That's like my sleep schedule. Going to bed that late. Why are my earphones like this? Hold on a second. I gotta untangle these. So what are we doing tonight? I don't know. I'm just here. I don't really have any updates or anything. I was looking for some. I didn't really spend much time, but I was looking for like some scary stories to read because people have been asking for that. But you know, I didn't really find anything. If somebody has something, you can send it to me. Oh, you're translating. Yeah, you probably have a lot of work to do there. Translating to Russian or English? What are we talking about, Race? Hey, Mushroom Hunter. At the Mountains of Madness. English to Russian, okay. Yeah, if you wanted me to do that, I'd mess it all. It would be not translated very well at all. After everyone leaves. All right, everyone's gone. Now you can tell me. What was it? I gotta say that I had to drop something off at the post office today, and when I was driving by the drugstore, there was a group of teenagers that were like all hanging out together, and it looked like one of the workers of that store was like kind of yelling at them to go home, and they were all just like laughing and just walking away. And has anybody else seen anything like that happen? Is my webcam working? Yep, webcam's working. Look at how good this picture is. It's so much better. I feel like joking. But once I set my camera back, this is all we're going to have. So you guys like these live streams late at night? Help you, I don't know, like just a place for us to like kind of just come together and talk about anything. Even dogs laying down next to me. Yeah, you saw a bunch of teenagers standing together listening to music. It's like they don't understand. How was my day? My day was pretty uneventful today. I started doing a video. I'm not sure where I'm going with it, but I don't know. Started a video earlier. You're on a stricter quarantine now, Marina? No barbecues for stupid people? Are they enforcing more? Is that what they're doing? What is the second camera setting on? What is it sitting on? Just right on my computer. Like, but if I put it up here, then I'd have to turn the monitor, and I can't really do that. So, well, I'm glad that you guys are liking these live streams. You're getting an acceleration of cases in Massachusetts. Yeah, we're gonna see that everywhere. Do I watch Saturday Night Live? No, I haven't seen that. I don't have TV, so. Yeah, that's going to be the only way to really get rid of it. Everybody that goes out should be wearing a mask and probably gloves, and only be out for like, specific reasons, not to hang out or because they're bored. Or to walk the dog. Yep. Yeah, I've been walking my dogs late at night. Um, yeah, I just usually watch Netflix, and I don't have TV. I mean, I have a TV, but I don't have like cable or anything. No, but if everybody was wearing gloves and a mask, then the transfer of the virus would be so minimal. We kind of went over that last night. But, more so than gloves, a mask. A mask, because every time you talk, particles are leaving your mouth. And not only could they, uh, infect someone else, but contamination. It lands on stuff, and then other people might touch that stuff. Yeah, I don't think people will continue to act like nothing is happening, because at least here, I don't, like it's pretty much crippled Italy, and it looks like we are right up there. Pasta that could contain eggs. If it could contain eggs, I wouldn't eat it. No. But are you talking about pasta that's made where it says may contain milk or eggs or something like that? Yeah, that's simply, it's just made in a factory that also makes other stuff. Those machines are cleaned out and sterilized before a new batch goes in. Um, so yeah, like that is like more of a legal notice. So people wouldn't, if somebody has like a severe allergy, and there was a possibility that it could happen, that's what that's for, is to cover their butt. But that's, if it doesn't have it in the ingredients, then you're fine. Yes, masks do protect everyone. The CDC lied to us. I think that they knew what they were saying before they said, and then everybody went out without the right information, without being educated, and berated anybody that was wearing a mask. And just to reiterate some of those things, why a mask would help everybody and why other countries are doing it, but somehow our country told us you don't need a mask if you're healthy. Well, we don't know if we're healthy, because a lot of the cases are asymptomatic. So if you're asymptomatic, you could still be spreading it to others and not even knowing you have it. So everybody that goes out in public should be wearing a mask if possible. Every time you talk, every time you sneeze or cough, it gets into the air, it gets into other people's lungs, onto their hands, they touch themselves, and then that's how the virus spreads. It gets onto surfaces, and then other people have to either disinfect it, or people, it transfers to somebody else, and that's why it's going to spread and spread and spread and spread. Um, And also they've proven that those N95 masks do reduce like all but like 0.5% or something like that. I forget the 0.67%. It's a crazy small amount that could actually get through, whereas other masks that are made like 50% gets in. Like, so you need that certain mask to catch all those the particles, which would greatly reduce infection. So I'm mad that the CDC said that. The CDC said that because they weren't prepared and they didn't have enough masks, and they didn't want everybody to worry and panic and go out, and there wouldn't be any anyway, because everybody would stock up on them and there wouldn't be any. They're being price gouged right now anyway. So I was lucky enough to have some in my house from a few years ago. Let's see. Yes. I'm doing good tonight. I hope you guys are doing good too. Jennifer's making masks. See, the majority of the people can just stay home. I mean, there are essential workers that need to be out there, but most people can just avoid all of this by staying home. Any mask that's protecting the person wearing it is also going to protect other people as well. If you have a mask on, then when you're talking, all of that, all of those particles that leave your body when you talk, even when I'm talking right now, I'm not spitting everywhere, but minuscule microscopic particles are going in the air. They're landing over my microphone. Sounds gross, but every time somebody talks or breathes, this is just what happens. Not every novel virus, but the virus that are killing people and that can do a very... So, yeah, this is not just the flu here. This has already surpassed the flu. The flu, the estimates are like, what, 22,000 people die of a flu every year. This is already past this, and it's only been like a month and a half, let alone. And this is not going to just keep... This is going to keep... It's going to like double, it's... And if we don't contain it and people stay home, then it's just going to keep spreading. More and more people are going to die. And, we could be in this predicament for up to a year or even more. It's totally possible. So it's very important that people do follow these guidelines and stay home and not laugh about it. Also, it's not just old people that are dying. The younger people are dying. And once somebody's on a ventilator, it's... Well, the numbers that I saw were 48% of those die. So almost half of people die once they're on a ventilator. So this isn't something to mess around with. Yeah, I don't remember the name of the book, but does anybody have that in here? The name of the book that Dean Koontz wrote? Yeah, Leanna, seriously, I don't know either if everything's going to ever go back to normal after what's going on right now. And this is just the beginning, too. I mean, look at Italy. They've have so many people dying, including tons of doctors and nurses and hospital staff. I just heard that 6 or 7 of the hospital staff at a hospital near me were confirmed cases. So, what that means is the less people to take care of the people that are already, filling the hospitals, and too many for each hospital. But I heard that they're calling in retired doctors that are really old, that have retired. They're calling them because they don't have anybody to, it's devastating, and that's they're a little bit ahead of us in the progress of the virus over there. So I think people need to take this more seriously, because the only way to stop it is to stop the transmission of it. Cassie, thank you for the $5 super chat. And Cassie says, I'm going to check out your online shop. I wish I could get a physical copy of your book, even printed from a printer. Thanks for being awesome. I'm going to try my best, especially when all this is over and done with, to try to get a new publisher here in the United States. That was the problem. It wasn't really a publisher, it was a printer. And my printer is over in Germany, and they stopped printing the book. So that's why I don't have any more. But I'm going to try to find some place here in the United States which would be a lot easier and more practical. And that way more people could get the book. But I appreciate your super chat. And I don't know if you already checked it out, but I do have the ebook. Eyes of Darkness. Is that the name of the book? At what point do you consider the cure reaction worse than the disease? I gotta say, I look at things from every angle. I'm very analytical and logical, and I'd be lying if I didn't think that, at the beginning, that this may be a conspiracy, that, well, what if this isn't real? But that's not what it's looking like, and it looks like this is devastating people. And even though 80% of the people are fine that have it, you take 20% of the global population, that's a lot of people. That's millions, millions, hundreds of millions, actually, of people that are looking to die from something like this if we don't take it seriously. But I'm I'll get into conspiracy theories just as much as the next guy, but for this, I think that a lot of people are saying, well, this is total control, and all, yeah, it is, but you know what, the alternative is death. And I don't know anybody that has this still, but I'm not willing to risk my life if I was wrong about something like that. So no, I'm taking every precaution that I can, and and I'm making sure that my parents are as well. And just reminds me of my friend that actually got tested for this. It took them 2 weeks to give her test back. She was negative. She did not have it. She had bronchitis and the flu, but she was quarantined. They made her quarantine herself in her apartment, and I spoke about that about a week ago with you guys. But she got back to me, and she does not have it. So I personally don't know anybody have it. I know that the testing that was going on here in the area that I'm in, I heard some information that the tests that were coming back, it was 0.047% that were actually infected, which means that was a very low amount. Within a few days, it went up to 4.9%, which is huge when you think about it, because that's a lot of people are getting tested, and that's of those people that actually have it. That's a lot of people. And so yeah, this is definitely going to change the way people think. I think there's a lot of people that still are laughing about this, that think this is a joke, but just looking at these other countries and looking at some of the nurses and the doctors that have done YouTube videos on this, just basically saying that it's like working in a war zone, is just, and that's just day one of how many months to come. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. I don't think the test actually takes that long to get the results, but there's so many people getting them that I guess certain people are getting them faster than other people. And Unfortunately, she was somebody that got hers 2 weeks later. Yeah, Trini, I saw that. There was a pastor that had a service, and he got arrested. He had, like, it was like a mega church. He had a ton of people there, and he basically told everybody, like, you're probably all going to get this, or a lot of you are probably going to get this, but, nobody's going to get it here. Nobody's going to get it here. So come here. And he got arrested for that because that was irresponsible. I agree that panicking isn't the best thing, but I don't think that's the most dangerous threat. I think the actual disease and contamination is the most dangerous threat right now. Um, yeah, yeah. I think it was in Tampa. Spitting. Wow, that's not good. That's actually really. Yeah, I saw one of a guy just going through a grocery store that was confirmed. You like that snake plant? Oh, you know what? It doesn't have like a nice amount of light on it though, like it did the other night. I had a little light on it, but it died. I'm recharging it. Do I think I'll get the virus? I don't know. I don't know. Um, I mean, Rachel works right there in the hospital, so she's like there every day. So that's I'm staying inside. I'm staying here. Do I still hold the position that the COVID is man-made? Yeah, all the evidence leads to that. I know that there are animals that have this, but I think that they bioengineered it from the animals to the people. And there's a lot of evidence to show that. I don't have the exact data in front of me, but there were a group of um, um, people working out of the Boston, uh, somewhere in Boston, some university or something, and they were arrested for trying to take lie into TSA for one, and taking like 12 biological vials from the lab back into Wuhan. They were arrested. It was in the news. Not many people are talking about it, but they were arrested. They were working here, I think, from China, and off and then back. All right, so you start talking about conspiracies and you get booted from the internet. That was weird. Am I back? Yeah, that's kind of weird. That's kind of freaky. Okay, so we're back. Wow. I mean, there's a lot of information out there. You just got to look at the information. But however it was made or came about, they don't even have their facts straight. They're trying to say, oh, it was from this animal. No, it was from that animal. No, maybe it was from this. They don't have their facts. They don't know where it came from. I mean, I think somebody knows where it came from, but I don't know if we're going to get the answers anytime soon. Yeah, it's the same thing that happened to Art Bell all those years ago. We need to have some guests on the show that can come on here and we can talk about that. Did you see the U.S. 2020 quarters have a bat on it? No, I didn't. That is kind of weird. Yeah, there's people that got to know, and I think the CIA probably knows. They were saying it was the zoonotic in origin, but I don't believe that. I don't believe. I think it was bioengineered. But they already knew that a coronavirus could be present in certain animals, like bats, which was totally benign to them. And we're talking about zoonotic cross between an animal and a person. But I think that somebody bioengineered that into a person. If you follow that evidence, there was a doctor or a scientist that was involved in all of this research, and he actually contracted SARS back in 2002, and he survived, but he started. I should have saved all the information that I watched, but this was all in a news article, and it was revolving around the people that were arrested here in the United States right when this was happening in China, and now it's it's global. So, well, I mean, if Dr. Oz says that, then that's probably what I don't believe it. I don't believe any of that. I still don't think people should be eating animals for one thing, but and you never hear of the disease coming from plants. It's always come from animals. So, but the other thing is, and I don't want to talk too many conspiracies here on this channel, but yeah, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of information out there that are coming from just people working at hospitals, real stuff, from doctors, from nurses, stuff like that. Jennifer, you think that it was not likely engineered? I just wonder what they're doing with all these samples that they're taking from here to there from the animals. It just why are these people being arrested for doing what they were doing, that were working for China and being paid all this money working in a lab for this stuff? It just doesn't sound like it. Why did this happen right before this whole thing broke out? It just doesn't seem likely that just one person got it from a bat or whatever that pangolin animal is, and then it just blew up from there. I don't know. Something seems fishy there. And a lot of people say, Occam's razor, the most simple thing is usually it, The first CD I ever bought, I think it was Into Another. But the first one I ever had, I didn't buy it. I traded something for it. It was Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me by The Cure. And I didn't think they were going to take off. I didn't think that I didn't think they were going to be a thing, because I'm well, they're more expensive than cassette tapes, and then you need to buy a CD player, and no, I'm just going to stick with my cassette tapes. And then I was oh, well, moving over to the CDs. And now it's what's a CD, I didn't try all the cookies last night. I don't know what I think Josh likes the peanut butter. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, they're gonna talk about this pandemic in history books. I remember 8-track tapes. Cassie, my book is only in French and German, in English. Disintegration is my all-time favorite album ever. Why is this buffering again? My favorite Cure song is actually my favorite. We're offline again. What is going on? Are we back? It says stream complete. This has to stop. I'm trying to answer questions and it keeps kicking me off. Are we back? Yeah, I've never had it happen like this. I'm supposedly I have like the best internet. I pay extra money to have like a good stream. Let's see. My favorite song of The Cure is actually my all-time favorite song, and it's Plain Song. Let me just refresh this here. All right, so it just doesn't look. Why is it? Video output low. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming, such as viewers. What is going on? I'm like missing all these, and my stream is on red right now. Like, I don't know what's going on. It's working, but it's working very bad. I can't. I have a red stream right now, which is very bad. Okay. Are we good now? Okay, well, on my end, it was telling me that everything was cutting out, and it just looked all blurry. Race, I have no idea. Who's Pamela Popper? Okay. I'm trying to go back to some of these questions up here. Could I make food during the live stream? I like my setup here. I don't know. I'd have to be on my phone right there, and yeah, I don't know. Can I make hoodies and jackets? I do have hoodies, and you can order them. Okay, so I think. Okay, so Darth Vegan likes Boys Don't Cry. The volume seems low. That might be on your end, isn't it? Because everything here is all. Yeah, my audio is. It might be on your end. Leanna, yeah, I said that I would do a ghost story if I could find one. I was looking for one earlier, and I was looking on Creepypasta, but I didn't find one yet. But if somebody has like one that they could send me, if anyone has, I'm sure somebody has something. Any meals I'm thinking of making this week? Tofu and toast. I'm not really sure. Maybe I'll make some. Well, I don't know if I have everything to make that. I don't know. I usually just figure out what I'm going to make as I'm in the kitchen making it. So I'll have to really think about that. I'd like to make some bibimbap again sometime. That's one of my favorite dishes. But I don't have all the nice fresh produce for that, not going out all the time. All right. My stream is haunted. I do have a video for vegan pizza rolls. It's an old one. It's a very old one. Yeah, I probably did. I probably talked way too much about China. And they're just wishing that I was there right now so they could come to my door. Yeah, my computer might be infected now. I don't know. The pizza rolls are pretty awesome. Yeah. Vigo, the 22-day nutrition mix used to be at Target, but I have not found it anywhere anymore except for you have to go to their website. That's the only place I see it now. Vegan zombie face mask where you put it up and you're a zombie. Hayagata. So everybody's having these problems right now with their streams. Joseph wants to know if I sleep with my eyes open. If for some reason I fall asleep on my back, yes, I will sleep with my eyes open. That's why I try to sleep on my stomach or my side. The Gardein pizza pockets. Yeah, those are good. Yeah, Lynn, the 22 days protein is my favorite of all the protein powders I've ever had, and I've had a lot of them. And my favorite flavor is the vanilla. And I'm almost out. If a vaccine comes out, will I get it? I most likely will not. Unless I'm dying and I'm about to die and they say this will save you, then I might get it. Okay, then I would get it, but otherwise, no, I wouldn't get it. So we got, yeah, my eyes are probably like half open, I guess, when I sleep. If I sleep on my back, if I fall asleep on my back, or if I'm like in a car or something, passenger seat, and I start. Sometimes when I'm driving, no, I'm just kidding. I might fall asleep with my eyes open. Well, if I got the virus, then I wouldn't need a vaccine anyway. So, I don't go and get any vaccines. I don't go and get the flu or anything. Yes, I was vaccinated when I was a kid for everything, so I didn't die. I'm still here. My family is good. I talked to them tonight, trying to again stress the importance of not going out for anything. So I think there will be a round two. Yeah, that's what they say. They say that if everybody starts to get better, I think a lot of people are gonna like preemptively just go outside and like, oh my God, summertime, whatever, and then it's going to start again. Unfortunately, I think. Hopefully not, but that's what they say. I will not. I will not get a vaccine for the virus. I don't do flu shots. I've been lucky. I've seemed to have a very good immune system, so I very rarely ever get sick. Like I said, the last time I had a headache was 30 years ago when I went vegetarian. And before that, I used to get pounding headaches, and I used to get sick a lot. And then after that, I don't think I've ever had the flu. I've never had a flu shot. And if I did have the flu, it was before I was 14, when I was younger than that. I think the most sick I've ever been was, I think I had strep throat plus a double swimmer's ear, which was the most painful thing ever. And that was when I was 14. And then after that, I think I had maybe bronchitis or strep throat once or twice. I think once. I think I went to the emergency room for that when I was like 20 something. And then all the way to present day, I get sick maybe once every year and a half to 2 years. The last time I was sick was Christmas Day. Not last Christmas, but the Christmas before that. And it lasts for maybe a day when I get sick. With swimmer's ear, it's really bad. You get water in your ear from swimming, and it causes like an ear infection. It's super, super painful. I was in so much pain, and then I went to the emergency room. I went to the regular hospital. I think I went to the 2 emergency rooms. I went to the doctor, and then finally I went back to my doctor again, and they said they wouldn't be able to flush it out because it would be too painful. And believe me, it was so painful. Probably the most pain that I've ever had. And then they finally took a wick, like some of you guys probably would know what this is. It's like a little wick, and they put it in my ear to absorb it all. And that seemed to do the trick. And then I got better. Race, were you able to get a rear naked choke or a knockout? I mean, that's what I would probably go for, like, right away. I wouldn't mess around. Literally, says Rose. I'm not sure what that was for. Good evening, Holly. Welcome to the room. Oh, that's Marina, I can't even. You had a headache for a week. That sucks. So I do know what headaches are like, because I had like super duper pounding, throbbing headaches when I was a little kid, and like they were the worst. And the 2 things that I did when I was 14 is I went vegetarian. So that was one thing that was different. I stopped eating meat. And I also stopped taking any kind of like medicine. And so like any kind of painkillers or anything like that. And after that, I miraculously never had a headache again to this day. That was 1990. Do I have a favorite dessert? I guess it depends. I mean, I've always really liked chocolate ice cream, but I don't really eat too much ice cream anymore. I usually just make like a smoothie or an ice cream. But I really love chocolate, and I love peanut butter cups. So I don't know if those are considered like a dessert or like a snack, but yeah, that's what I like. Why did I think I got headaches? Well, I don't know. Maybe... I mean, when you think about it, I know at what point in my life I stopped getting them and I never got them again. I honestly think that it was something in the meat. I mean, the animals are filled with hormones and antibiotics and all kinds of different things like that. And you're eating the meat, and it goes into your body, and maybe that was having some kind of weird reaction with my body. And I mean, that's the only thing I can really think about. And my mom used to give me like aspirin or Tylenol or something and say, here, you'll feel better. And it never seemed to really do anything. It seemed worse, but I'm like, all right, well, it's supposed to be better. But I've never had like a pain medicine work for me. So the last time I took a pain medicine was when I was 14. I have never taken an aspirin or a Tylenol or none of that stuff. I've never taken one since. And even when I had my back surgery, when I woke up from my surgery, they insisted that I go get this prescription for hydrocodone. And I said, fine, if you're going to let me go, if I go get that, then I'll do it. But I'm not going to take one right now. And they're like, you're going to need it. And I'm like, I'm not going to do it. So I didn't take one. And then I went to the pharmacist and I grabbed the hydrocodone and I brought it home. And I never opened it. I never needed it. So I don't really know I don't know what brings on headaches, really. Constricting of blood vessels, or I'm not really. Dana said the last time I got sick, I ate fish after being vegan for 2 months. Yeah, I'm seriously wondering. Like, I mean, I don't think I can like. I don't know if I don't think I can prove it, but I mean, those are the two main things that I changed in my life, and from that point on, that was my reality. That's all I can say. They wanted you to take Vicodin. Yeah, I know when people are dehydrated. Yeah, I know. I've heard that. Um, which is weird because I mean, you're making me drink water right now. But I'm not the kind of, like, I'm the person that I drink when I'm thirsty, which means, I might go an entire day without drinking any water. And I try to, like, oh yeah, I probably should drink some water. Um but I'm not one of those people that drink a ton of water, and still I don't know. I never play pranks because I'm not a prankster. April Fools. Just kidding. It is April Fools. It is April 1st, guys. So Betaz, vegan for 9 years. Congrats. It's awesome. Your boyfriend finally became vegan after what? See, I knew there's going to be some good in Tiger King. April Fools, you guys, it's not actually April Fools. It's actually March 32nd. So, Wendy's vegan anniversary is today. Congrats. You're a little hesitant to watch the Tiger King. I watched it. Oh yeah, you're right, Rosie. It's not yet April Fools. April 1st in California. It's definitely April 1st in Russia, that's for sure. Yes, they do exploit tigers in Tiger King. Um, but I guess it shows why. Like I'm not afraid to go see the reality of what's out there, you know, and it shows the reality of why zoos are not good. But you know what? Um, you know, it's unfortunate that these tigers couldn't be just released into the wild. Obviously not here in their own habitat. There's more tigers in captivity than there are in you know, their natural wildlife. It's like a reality show. I didn't see the PETA video. Do I feel like we're stuck in a vegan zombie movie right now? That yeah, that's it's looking more and more that way. In fact, this is exactly how my movie is, minus the zombies. You would take the zombies for the sick, dying people that contracted this virus, and it's exactly like my movie. Julie. Yeah, Trini. The Carol Baskin fed her husband to the tiger. Yeah, she is by no means any better than Joe Exotic. Do I think I will cut my hair short? No. Did I hear? No, I don't. I don't follow PETA, so I don't. I don't. I haven't heard any of their things that they've said. Thank you, Crispy Captures. I appreciate that. Thank you for. Thank you for. I guess for watching my content. I'm happy that you caught me live too, Julie. It's not a dream. It's not a dream. That's a good. That's actually that's a good. That's a good title. Graven says Carol Beth. Where is that anyway? Was that? That's not. They weren't in the same state, were they? Were they in Oklahoma? No, you're in Washington, right? That's right, because it's already short, Marina. That's right. If my original vegan zombie shirt is 100% cotton, I print everything nowadays on either um, a tri blend, which is Bella Canvas, or the some of them are next level apparel. So depending on which ones I have in stock, or if I have to print a new one or whatever, then it's usually not 100% cotton. It's usually like a couple different couple different things. Don't have one near me, or do I? Yeah, I kind of do, but if I get up, the dogs are gonna. They're like right here and here, laying down, being good right now. So if they get up, then maybe I'll go over and grab one if you remind me. So Carol is in Tampa. Oh, Graven. Okay, yeah, you're in Tampa area. Are you in St. Pete? Okay, and then where was that other guy? Was he in like North Carolina? There was another guy there too. He ended. Well, I don't want to give it away, but Left for Dead is fun. Well, once I get the stream going, so I was able. I went on the stream tonight to try to get my Twitch stream to stream also to my YouTube channel, and I wasn't able to do that. But I did get it to go to a Facebook. So I made it let me make a gaming channel. So I called it Vegan Zombie Gaming. And so I wanted to Twitch on there. So I'm still going to try to figure it out to do it to the YouTube channel. Trini, I have 2 hats left over that I have here, but normally they make them up, and then I go pick them up and I send them out. But you know, they could just send them there, so you know, to avoid that step. And what time is it? It's too late to text them, so I forgot to text them today and ask if they're still doing orders. I don't know if they're, I mean, obviously they're not considered essential, but when did I have the epiphany to go vegan? September 23rd, 1994, sitting in Taco Bell, eating some burritos with some friends. I just kind of looked over to the left and I just like went into a daze. Just started thinking. Back at my food, looked over there. Vegan. Am I getting takeout? No, I'm such a germ freak already that, you know, I'm making all my own food, and I feel like somebody making my food right now. No, nothing to anybody else, but it's just more of a risk. And the only place around here that is all vegan anyway is Strong Hearts Cafe. I don't think they do delivery or anything like that. So I'm not going to restaurants, and I'm not ordering, you know, takeout or delivery or anything like that. I know Josh did a few times. Oh, you're close to level 19. I'm still only level 16. April 7th, 2014. That's a good day. Congrats. Have I ever been on any dating websites or apps? I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, it's more safe anyway, just to make your own food here, you know, at your home. It's a great time actually to, you know, get in the kitchen, learn to cook if you don't know how. And you know, there's a bunch of tutorials out there on YouTube. You can check it out, see what you have in the kitchen and your pantry, and see what you can make. You know, and also if you love to cook but you just never had the time, that's, you know, the perfect time right now. You went on Craig's? You went on Craig's website before, Trini? It's Craig's birthday today. Well, now it's April 1st, but Craig and his twin sister. Happy birthday to Craig and Kara. Rosemary. I was 18 also when I went vegan. I also remember the last meat I ate before I went vegetarian, and the last non-vegan meal that I had when I went vegan. Oh, the moon? I can't see the moon right now. It actually looks really dark where I am. Where are you that you can see the moon? Parth, I have been making cooking videos using only basic ingredients. So the last couple videos that I made were like that. And I got to say, like, I talked about this before, and this just confirms my thoughts on this. But what I was saying before was I don't do as many cooking videos anymore because they don't seem to do well on my channel. And I know not everybody knows algorithm stuff, but when a video is not doing well on your channel, it kind of brings down your next video, because if YouTube sees, well, not many people saw this video, so we're going to recommend the next video even less. So the videos that I did about a week and a half ago did really well on my channel, and then I decided I'm going to make a couple cooking videos here because everybody wanted it. And my channel started out as a cooking channel, and I really miss those videos because I did it in the zombie apocalypse. Those were my favorite videos to make. But unfortunately, I started it back in 2009, and we got to the point where less and less people were watching the cooking videos. No matter if I did it or John did it, nobody was watching them anymore. When I say nobody, I'm just meaning like the views were really down compared to the other videos. So I kind of changed my content a little for the channel, just so my channel didn't die out. And so I did, the last two videos were cooking videos, and sure enough, they got very, very minimal views compared to the last few videos. And I don't know why that is. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's because there's so many recipe videos now on YouTube. So anybody can go see a recipe video anywhere. They see it all the time. But then when you have another video actually talking about something unique, people want to see what you're saying about something. So maybe those videos do a little better. But so unfortunately, the cooking videos, I gotta find a way around it. Maybe I can, do a different kind of video where like maybe halfway through I do like a quick little cooking thing, and I don't know. It's really weird. It's not. I don't think that people don't like to cook, because other cooking channels are doing really well, but I feel like I've got to the end of the lifetime of my cooking videos on my channel. And of course, I have a cookbook, and my channel started out with, all it was a cooking channel. It was a recipe channel, and entertainment too, with the zombies and stuff. And now it's a little bit of everything. Try to be more goofy. I'm already trying to be goofy. I don't know how I can be more goofy. I mean, except for the last two I did. Like, I was basically holding my camera with one hand while I was cooking with the other hand. So those were kind of like made in like a different fashion. I guess when I have like the camera on a tripod or somebody doing it, I'm a little different. Have my live streams on 2 taps at once? I'm not sure what you mean by that. I don't know if you can order. I think you can order soy curls online. Yeah. Yeah, that could be it too. When all you see is cooking channels everywhere, it does kind of get a little boring. And I knew that, like, because when I first started my channel, there were, just so you know, there was very few to none at all. No, I never saw like another vegan channel when I started it. I just had the idea on my own. Like, I'm going to start a vegan cooking show set in a zombie apocalypse, because I saw other cooking channel, like I saw other not cooking channels on YouTube. I never saw any actually on YouTube, but I would see them on like the nightly news. Like, they'd have like a cooking segment within the news, and it was always so boring. I'm like, I guess I'll watch it because the remote's over there. I don't feel like turning it. I'll just watch. It's so boring. What are they making? How can I veganize this? All right, cool. And I like cooking, but they were just so boring. So I wanted to make one that wasn't boring. So I'm like, what if I made like a cooking channel, obviously all vegan, and I put it in the zombie apocalypse? Like, make it a little fun, running from zombies, find a kitchen, make a quick recipe, and then get out of there. That would be kind of fun, wouldn't it? Yeah, let's do that. So that's what I did. And there was no cooking channels at the time. And then they started popping up everywhere on YouTube because YouTube became a thing. And everybody started making cooking channels. And I think mine was like one of the first out there. So if you Googled a vegan anything, my channel would come up and my recipes would come up. And it's kind of disappointing now because if you Google something now, like a vegan version, I don't come up at all. And I don't know if YouTube is, throwing me on the back burner or what they're doing. But like, I'll Google like a vegan version of something and I don't come up for pages and pages and pages and pages and pages. And then maybe I'm way at like the end of the 10th page and I'm like, are you kidding me? So, yeah, other vegan YouTube channels have saturated the YouTube with cooking channels. So I'm not sure what I did to get on YouTube's bad side, but definitely something is wrong. So then I started doing other videos and I don't know. It's weird. Like, some videos do a lot better than others, but none of them do as well as, like I would think somebody that has been doing this as long as I have with as many subscribers as I have should do. Because literally it's like 1% of my subscribers are like watching most of my videos. It's kind of frustrating, But I've never wavered and I've always kept, always tried to make another video like, okay, new video, for 11 years now. Wait, 11 years? Yeah, 11 years now. Crazy. And sorry that I just missed all these. Yeah, we even had a theme song, Cooking with a Vegan Zombie. And I would get in people, it was like that ear, what is it, earwick? People get it in their head and can't stop singing it. Happy birthday in 2 days, Plant Power. How are the pups dealing? I mean, they're fine. I'm here with them every day, so they don't have to be left alone. Me and Indy went for a long walk last night in the rain. We will Skype Vegan Gains soon. Rose says, I think people leave for a while and then come back. That could be it. But I don't think that's entirely it. April Stools. Dana. Yeah, I think so too. Like I've and I talked to some people and people said, just you've been vegan for so long and you got a lot of experience. So just do different videos talking to people on like, just different things instead of just cooking all the time. Because literally I've got hundreds of videos, cooking videos out there that anybody can go watch at any time. And to be honest, like I like doing other videos too. Like, I don't know. So that's why I do other ones as well. And it's not just all cooking anymore. Julie, thank you so much for that super chat. And Julie says, your shirts are the best and super comfortable. Thank you so much. I'm glad you like them. That was important for me because, I see a lot of shirts out there that I really love the graphic. But if it doesn't fit me right, then I usually never wear it again. So I always want a nice, comfortable fitting shirt. So I try to buy like the best shirts to print my shirts on. So people are like, I love this shirt. It's so comfortable that I'm going to wear it all the time anyway, just because I love how it feels. So I think that's super important. But thank you. Cooking with the Vegan Zombie. You guys know the story behind that, right? So the first video I ever filmed with John, in the blooper section, he sang that. He did it one time. He said, cooking with the vegans, the one that you hear in all my cooking videos. And I said, I'm going to use that in every video. He goes, no, don't. And I did. And that's the sound of every Cooking with the Vegan Zombie video. Cooking with the Vegan Zombie. Could you guys hear that? So I put that in every one. And then a lot of people have let me know that, they got that in their head and they've been singing it over and over all day long. And I kind of just like smile. Regina says, I like the make-believe stuff with the zombies and acting and just having fun. Those were my favorite too, because again, I wanted originally to make a movie and that's the reason why I made the YouTube channel. I wanted to get better at movie making, video making, and stuff like that, and at the same time be able to promote veganism. So, my love was to make cinematic zombie content, So I have a ton of that out there, and I think a lot of people that only know my new content, they haven't seen like the old stuff that I did. Like, I mean, these were like full productions. Like we did 16-hour days sometimes, and then the edit alone would be like another 16 hours. So fun. Those were so fun, and I want to do more of those again when this whole pandemic blows over. Linda, that girl in OKC, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. That's right. Big Josh Vegan said he will match all super chats giving until Friday night, midnight. We appreciate you, Chris. Thank you. I appreciate that, Linda. Yeah, so I guess Josh said that. I'm like, Josh, what are you doing? More make-believe stuff. Yeah, but so yeah, I know. But like whenever I do those, again, it's those videos and the cooking videos. They they don't do well on my channel. But that's what I love doing. And when you put a lot of time and effort, and a lot of time goes into those ones, because I get into like visual effects and setting up the cameras and the lighting and actually getting people. Usually I can just rely on one person, myself, to make a video. But when I do those, I have to have other people. And I will, what? If you guys want, maybe I'll show you one that I did that came out pretty cool, that I didn't rely on anybody until the end. I did it all on my own. I had a friend let me in the movie theater that he worked at, an old movie theater here in Syracuse called Palace Theater. Let me see if I can pull this up. Okay. Do you guys want to do that real quick? We can watch that video and I can kind of narrate over it. I would do more mukbangs. I've done a few of those. I have been to Voodoo Donuts. I don't eat there anymore, though, because they cook... I didn't know this because they were all labeled vegan, but they cook all of their donuts in the same grease that they cook the non-vegan ones. And I know if you're cool with that, that's fine. I'm not going to tell anybody it's not vegan. But for me, personally, it's just... I can't do that. Same with the donuttery. Unfortunately, I found that out too. I didn't know, and I've had their donuts before, and they have all these vegan donuts there, but they're not all vegan. So that's why I love Donut Friend. There's Donut Alliance down there. They reached out to me today, and I feel bad because they're saying we're not doing well because of everything that's happening, and we'd hate to go out of business, and So I posted a picture. Hey, if anybody wants donuts still, they're still open Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 10 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon, and all vegan donuts too. So, and they're really good. I've never been to the actual place, but I had their donuts at Expo East. Actually, Trini, you were there too. You had the same donuts. More videos on vegan ethics. Yeah, I can do that. I usually talk about those when I do my videos at different animal sanctuaries, like the reason why we're here, the reason why we're vegan, that kind of thing. Oh, you lost a vegan restaurant today? It sucks because especially these smaller companies that are, that just went into business, and, in light of everything that's going on, like, it sucks. I love Donut Friend out in California, all vegan donuts. Probably the best donuts I've ever had in my life. All right, so I'm just going to show you this video right here. We'll kind of narrate it. If you guys, let's see if we can see it here. All right, so I filmed this by myself at the Palace Theater. My friend let me in, but he was busy, and there was a movie going on. But they have a really cool. It's a really old, cool looking theater. It's kind of creepy in a way, and it's said to even be haunted. And actually, this has nothing to do with it, but I think my grandparents met there when they were younger. So I guess that has a little bit of relevance, because if they never met there, just like Marty McFly, I wouldn't be alive. So I did this with my one camera, and I just said, okay, as long as I can use the place, I didn't have any lighting or anything. I just set the camera down, and I would do a scene, and then I would pick the camera up and set it down somewhere else. And I just acted, because I didn't really act in too many videos before, but I just wanted to be like in the zombie apocalypse and, kind of have that kind of feel to it. And before I start making the actual recipe. And then when I started making the recipe, my friend comes in and holds the camera for me. But before that, I do everything myself. So check it out. We'll kind of watch it right here. Here we go.
Cooking with the vegan zombie.
Intro. Okay, so here it is. I won't talk when this is doing it, because I don't think you can hear me anyway. Okay, so I had him at the very beginning shoot that, but then after this, he had to go do some work, so I did everything else myself. But obviously, my friend is shooting the video right here. Notice I have a pan and stuff. I started out using fake guns and stuff like that, but I figured it would be a lot funnier to use cooking things for weapons instead. Although I would definitely want a gun in a zombie apocalypse. Looks skinny. Are you saying that I'm not skinny now, Kika? By the way, I look exactly the same right now. I think I'm the same exact weight and everything. So I'm shooting all this myself, and yes, obviously cast iron is all I use now, and I think that handle is ready to fall off anyway. I think maybe I look skinnier because those pants were a lot bigger on me. Those were Dickies, not what I wear now, which are I got them from Escape Place. I know you're joking there, Produce, but that is a vegan hat. Everything I own is vegan. How long ago was this? We'll look afterward, probably 4 or 5 years ago. So I'm filming all of this myself. I'm just setting the camera down at different angles. I've studied horror movies since I was little. So I'm trying to get all the best shots that I can do without being able to see into the lens by just putting the camera down. I avoid cooking with oil, Piper, but I do season my cast iron with oil. You season it, you put it in the oven at a really high temperature, and it gets into all the pores. You wipe it down. You're not going to get any oil on your food. Notice I'm wearing gloves and everything in this apocalypse, just so I don't get infected. Yeah, there were people in the theater at this time. And I walked through it. If you saw, like, when I went around that corner, that was the actual theater walking through. By the way, this is the same exact place that we filmed the French toast video, and that was like an epic all-day shoot, like 16-hour shoot, and we had like 30 people, you know, come in and be extras and everything. Like, I did a real like short movie there. So same place. Trying to be an actor here. So this is how I used to do all my videos. It was like going through the zombie apocalypse, finding a nice kitchen, and then all of a sudden being like all funny and making a recipe. To me, that was interesting. Like, I think that would be a great show on the Food Network for kids and even adults, with a real high production quality, you know, going through these different sets, trying to find like ingredients and stuff like that, and then making something with it, all vegan. Yeah, so let's see here. This was January 2016, so 4 years ago. And so this is another example of like, so this one, I know you can't see it from there. Let me show you. There you go. I don't know if you can see that. 137,000 views on this video. So yeah, people liked this kind until they didn't anymore. And I don't know what changed, but people stopped watching these videos. And I made a curry here, but the sound is pretty bad here now. When I start talking.
Hey guys, I found this awesome kitchen and it looks kind of familiar, but there are signs of zombies here, so I'm gonna be quick. I did find some ingredients too, and I think I know what I'm gonna make today. As I was coming in, I found some canned goods. Now in a zombie apocalypse, you gotta remember, you don't always have access to those fresh foods, which I do recommend, but the next best thing is canned foods, dehydrated foods, freeze-dried foods. So on the way in, I found some coconut milk, some tomato paste, and some chickpeas. You're probably thinking, what am I gonna make with this? Well,
Okay, so I can't listen to myself anymore. But I made a delicious curry.
And just kind of
really,
gently
really
stir this in.
Just pour your hair back.
It's funny because this looks like a...
Good thing I'm only making it for me. Let's see.
perfectly simple, fast recipe, especially in the zombie apocalypse.
Look at that. Oh, you can't really see because I'm in the way.
These are all ingredients you can have stored away. I don't know about the spinach, but...
Can you see that? I know you can't really see it that good, but...
The rest of it, at least. This will keep you strong.
Do anything.
Chickpea, rice, and spinach. Subscribe and stay safe. Watch out for zombies.
So, the shirt that I'm wearing, I made that shirt, and it's got a bunch of horror things on it, like the Wizard of Gore, Shockwaves, Hobo with a Shotgun, and it also says the Vegan Zombie because they, so at this movie theater that my friend works at, he always does every year a horror fest there where he shows all these movies and a bunch of people go, and a ton of people go to this, and we get to watch movies from day to night, and we made the French toast recipe, which was all filmed in this theater. Again, it was like a huge production that we did. It was probably one of my biggest productions. I have about 3 that were like pretty big like that. And we showed it on the big screen. So those shirts were for sale for on that thing. I made the shirts. And so that's like a one-time only shirt that I made with the Vegan Zombie on it. So we got to see ourselves on the big screen. It was pretty cool being in a movie theater like that. Mushroom Hunter, yes. Wegmans is probably my favorite grocery store. But I think what do I do at the end of this?
I'll be sure to see you in the and this.
So there it is. And let's see what I made. Chickpea, potato. I thought I put tofu in it too. Did I put tofu in it? Rice. Anyway, that's a delicious recipe. If you guys want a good curry potato, chickpea, and spinach, came up with it entirely on my own. Yeah, Hobo with a Shotgun had Rucker Hauer, who recently passed away. I looked over there because I used to have a poster of it, but ever since I redid my room, it's not there. How did I get into the movie theater? So like I said, my friend that worked there was able to do this. You know, at one point a couple years ago, so this movie theater, it's you know what? Let me just hold on. I'm gonna pull up the other video. Vegan Zombie French toast. I'll tell you the story of this. Okay, so I got a few of them here. Ooh, somebody else made my Vegan Zombie French toast. Patrick Trippy. Okay, so this is what I did. Kids version watch here, go straight to the recipe. I was really worried what kids, like I always wanted to make zombie things, but I didn't know if it was too bad for kids. So there is blood and gore in this. I did it all myself with all visual effects. So it actually took me a while to edit this. I put a lot of time and effort into this. So you could go to a kids version, which basically what this video is the majority of it is like a big zombie skit in the apocalypse. And then the end of it, it was a quick cooking tutorial for making French toast. And we got to show this at the movie theater. Now, my friend worked at this movie theater, and so we filmed it there. He's actually in it, and we actually promote the lineup in this video in a very subtle way. What I was going to say also is that they were selling this movie theater a few years ago, and I actually was looking into buying it with my brother because they do have that huge kitchen and a whole area for a restaurant. And then downstairs they had a concession stand, and then they had an actual bar in there too. So I'm thinking, and people could rent the place out too for like the upstairs. So I was thinking we could show movies here, but we could also have like the bar, obviously make it an all vegan bar and a vegan restaurant upstairs. And that would be awesome, but they decided not to sell it. And I don't know if I could have bought it anyway, but definitely was looking at it. All right, so let's, do you guys want to see this video or no? There's zombies in it, and I'm actually not in it. This is before I was comfortable being on camera. So it's mainly John and some other people in there that I know. All right, let's go. Let's do it. So I say viewer discretion, pick one. Pick the kids version. Good choice. You pick this one.
Cooking with the Vegan Zombie.
Let's get the ad out of here.
Wait, where's your weapon?
Weapon? I just use whatever's around me.
Okay, so that's John. If you guys are new to the channel, he was the original face of the Vegan Zombie before I was comfortable doing it. So I created the channel and I asked him, I said, hey, would you be interested in being the chef? He said yes. So he was in all my videos before. The other guy is my friend Jeremy. Some of you may have seen him. He's the one that had the kidney transplant, and we did some like kidney safe meals on here. But he's also in a lot of my old videos.
Well,
This is before his kidney transplant, by the way.
what if nothing's around you?
And I made these shirts too. So all these shirts I would make, and I would just give them to all my friends. And those were one of the first designs I had.
Then I use these bad boys.
It's also supposed to be like cheesy, scary, like horror movie cheesy horror. And this house that where they're leaving from is coming from the last video that we filmed, which was the black bean burger, which we did in that house, which was an amazing like old scary house here in Syracuse.
All right,
Yeah.
let's get out of here.
He had bad kidneys and his kidney was shutting down. He was on dialysis. He lived in Thailand and he got infected with I don't know the exact details, but he got sick and they basically said you're gonna die. Like you shouldn't even be alive right now. But he ended up they got him on, they discharged him from the hospital, put him on a plane all the way back home. He was in the hospital here for a while. And then he was on a dialysis machine. He was on a waiting list for a kidney, and he thought he was going to be on that waiting list for a long time, but he got a match, and they give him a kidney transplant, and now he skateboards with me. He works out like daily. He's good. Yeah, I hope you guys don't all have bad connections here. That sucks. So obviously I put that sound of the crow in there. I just thought it would be like spooky. That's all fake. The music, the scary music I put in there. And this is not even near the house that we just came out of. I just made it look like that. This is actually behind the movie theater in the parking lot. So, just doing some cinema here. Thank you, Ka.
Do you see this? You want to check it out?
I'm actually impressed with what I did way back when I made, and this one's even older. This is, I don't even know, this is probably 8-9 years ago. And it really makes me miss filming like this because I haven't filmed like this. I gotta admit, I've been so lazy with my filming since back then. Because nowadays, like, to make a video nowadays, I take a camera and I put it in my face. I'm like, hey guys, what's up? And those are my videos now. This is how I used to do them, and it's like I miss it. But I want to stop it on all the parts just to show you guys like all the work that I put into it that you might not even see. But
Let's go.
okay, so right here, so that's a trailer. I put that logo on there after the fact. All that blood spatter on there. None of that stuff was there. I put it in there. I tracked it to the actual thing in post-production, and I made it look like it's actually on the side of that camper. That whole creature boy, that wasn't there. That guy sent us a couple of shirts, so we wanted to give him a shout out, so we put that on there. But it looks like it's on it.
What happened here?
Wow.
This poor sucker must have shot himself. He used his last bullet.
He's seen better days.
What is...
All by the way, all this audio is after the fact, so this was all done in post. So after we filmed that, the audio wasn't that good, so they came over and like John had to say like talking to the microphone, and that's all audio that I put in after that. That's why it might not sound, I mean, I was new at this, so I'm not This isn't perfect. But the flyer that he's holding right there was the promotion for the movie, because this has the lineup for what they were showing at the Horror Fest. And this was actually, people were watching this at the movie theater. So this was on the big screen.
Is this?
Hobo with a shotgun.
So it's it looks like August 16th, 7 p.m. And let me just see what the date was. 2011. This was almost 10 years ago. So yeah.
Sort of like you.
Very funny. We could probably use some of this stuff.
Hey, I'll be right back.
Wait, where are you?
Oh, and by the way, this next scene it's kind of gross, but to this day, I think it's the best special effects, visual effects that I've ever done, and I'm really proud of it.
I wonder if those shoes fit me. What is that? What the? Not today.
Okay, so that's the best special effect I ever did. I'm so proud of that special effect. It's a visual effect. But let me answer. I got some comments here. I can't find the question, but I forgot who asked it. Somebody said, if you love filming like this, if you miss it, then why did you stop? And, a few reasons. Like, I can't do this by myself. You need other people. And it was always so hard to get other like-minded people to do that. It was just like pulling teeth. And and I felt bad because I'm trying to make this. And, it just was so hard getting all these other people to want to do what I want to do. So that was one thing. The other thing was, this was kind of expensive. I paid for all of this with my full-time job at the time, back when I was a special investigator. So you got to remember, there's a lot of people here. There's somebody doing the boom with the microphone. There's people inside dressing people up as zombies. There's a lot of people here. And so I had to buy food for everybody, and, the makeup, and, luckily everybody, volunteered to do this. So, but still, it gets kind of expensive. And, I don't know. Like, I really wish I could still do stuff like this. I could show you a few more of these, but this is really making me want to do more. Anyway, that visual effect is not impressive. Sorry, Produce. I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, everything was corn syrup that we used. I mean, I guess none of this is impressive for Hollywood standards or something, but I just did it on my own, just trying to figure out how I could do this in After Effects and stuff like that. So anyway, if you guys don't want to watch this, we can move on to something else, or we can call it a night. Good morning in the UK. Okay, we'll finish.
Where'd
here.
you go?
You're welcome.
Let's just get out of here. It's not safe.
Let's go.
Here, take this.
Let's check this building out, man. See if we can get in. Looks like there's a door right there.
He's got a bunch of tape
Is it
here.
locked?
I think when I was with John, did anybody remember the blooper video that we showed? And Jeremy wouldn't stop talking about the Love Spell perfume. We're like, stop talking about that. Like, that was a blooper from that part that we just left.
Check it out. No good. Oh, looks like we got company. Let's try to get in over here. I don't have a lot of ammo left. Let's hope this door opens up. Come on, man.
Got it.
Okay, so now we're in the actual... No, I get it. I see that you were just joking. I get it. Okay, so now we're actually in the movie theater.
Let's hope.
So a bunch of people showed up to, to do this, which was awesome. I think I put an ad on my Facebook, said, hey, if you're local in Syracuse, we're doing a zombie movie, no pay, but you get to be in a YouTube video kind of thing. So that's how we got a lot of the people.
Just hold on. Let's go check this place out.
Wait, which guy from Talladega Nights? Okay, so this is the movie theater that, it's obviously old chairs. They're probably not the most comfortable, but, I love going here for obviously the Horror Fest is supposed to be this month in April, and it's not going to happen. But I've been going here. I met Oliver Robbins here, who is the little boy from Poltergeist that the clown, forever everybody hates clowns because of that. And I gave him my cookbook, and he cooked some vegan stuff out of it, which was awesome. Anyway, keep going. So this is how I wanted it to look. I wanted these zombies to be in here like they've been sitting there forever. And look at that. Some of them are still alive. But these are people that just showed up. So I really love... So this is where, I was walking through with the last video I showed you where I made the curry. This is just years and years prior. But I really love the lighting here. And I don't have any extra lights here. I don't think I did. Maybe I did for this one. I'm not sure. That was a long time ago. But yeah, I filmed all this on my camcorder. I didn't even have a DSLR for that one. I had an actual camcorder, which is right over here behind Mr. Zombie. It's my, was it Sony or Canon? Canon AX10. Ricky Bobby. Shake and bake. Okay, so here we go. Oh man, look
at this fancy schmancy lobby.
There it is. There's the poster that I was looking for on my wall. Hobo with a Shotgun with Rutger Hauer. One night only playing there at the Palace Theater. Okay, here we go. Keep going. We'll keep going. Okay, so this is the masked zombie behind the concession stand. By the way, I love that concession stand.
Look at all this candy.
Yeah, I think I did everything in post. I mean, you can keep going in post like over and over and over to make it better. And that's what I did. I mean, like I said, this took me about 16 hours, a few days to edit this to make it perfect. And I think even after I was done, I was still like tweaking a few things before I had it out to them for the movie that they played the movie on. Yeah, this is super fun. And it reminds me because I filmed another zombie movie. It wasn't a vegan zombie thing. It was a zombie movie that I did that I never finished editing. So, and we actually, a friend of the guy that let me use this, he had a friend that had access to like an army truck, and he brought it in, and that's in the video. And I got to use a jib and all kinds of stuff. The fancy schmancy, yeah, that was like, he left it in there, and he's like, let me redo that. I'm like, no, actually, I kind of like it. Just keep it in there.
None of it's vegan. It's all contaminated.
Look at this guy.
Look at this guy.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Got to hear that one more time because we made fun of that so much. Look at this guy. Look at this.
Look at this guy.
Look at this guy. Oh.
Whoa.
Look out!
Boom, boom.
Hey, do you think this is okay to eat?
No. Let's get out of here. Blast that dude. I only have one bullet. Check that door.
All right. We're not going out that way.
All right,
Go get in your
You
bed.
go that way, I'll go this way.
All right. Are you okay? Oh! Someone's in the wrong stall.
Hello? Is anybody up there?
I love this movie theater.
Hello?
So that guy right there, that's my good friend Cody, and he is an amazing artist. He's the one that did all the zombie makeup, and I've been trying to get him for years to make his own YouTube channel and do some of his sculptures that he did. He's amazing. He's so talented. He made a creep show mask of the Crypt Keeper, and he brought it to a Scarecon convention, and I forget the guy's name, but the guy that does the voice for it, he wanted him to sign it, and the guy legit was like, "This is better than the original. Like, this is amazing." So, yeah, Cody's amazing. Oh no, Larry. Larry wants to know a jib isn't a special effect when the blood shoots out. That'd be a squib. A jib is it's just like kind of like a crane thing. So you have like nice smooth transition with your camera. Like it'll come down from like high up and go lower. It'll kind of nice seamless Hollywood movie kind of things. The stream keeps freezing on you. Is the stream freezing for everybody else? Yeah, there's a lot of one-liners. This is supposed to be a cheesy one, but like, I mean, this was like a zero budget, you know? I think I spent like $250 or something. Okay, so we can keep, are we? Okay. The visual effects I did in this one took me a long time, by the way. So this is, I have some pretty, I mean, the brick to the head was probably my best one I've ever done. And by the way, that was a watermelon. So the way I did it, because I had to do rotoscoping and stuff, for those of you that know what that is. But so she laid down and I freeze framed it. And then we got her out of there. And I set a watermelon right where her head was. And then he comes down with the brick right on top of the watermelon. And I rotoscoped her back in there in post-production to make it look like she was there the whole time. And when the thing comes down, the watermelon explodes open that way, so it looks like her brains, but it was just watermelon. Well, this was filmed in 2011. And this is still that movie theater, so this is upstairs in the office room of the movie theater.
Hello? Hello? Are you okay?
That took a while to do that, but I did it.
Guess not.
Oh, and this was a cool shot too because I got everybody in it. Because I wanted to be able to feature everybody that showed up. I wanted them to get like a face shot in the video. So here they all are. And notice it was light out when we started shooting. Now it's dark out. So these guys stayed like all night. Syracuse. Have fun in Syracuse. Make a movie.
You know what? I've had about enough for today. I'll make a deal with you. You leave me alone, and I'll leave you alone.
Whoa, 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 whoa. There's no bullets left in that gun anyway.
It's a pretty nice kitchen.
I think so.
Can you cook?
I think I have the ingredients to make some awesome French toast. We got some stale bread here.
Okay, so now it goes into the recipe part of the video, and I just want to say, so the zombie there, that's our friend. She's in our blooper video because every time we used her for a few different videos, and every time she would always start laughing and smiling. And John made up a song and said he started singing, "It's Laura the Smiling Zombie," and so we call her Laura the Smiling Zombie. Now, I made this I didn't have a script for this, and a lot of the stuff I made, like when I was actually everything I've ever done, minus my movie, which I have a script for, everything else I've ever done, I never had a script. I just came up with it up here as I went, and just that's how I did it all. So my original thought here was like, hold on, have her sitting here at the bar as a zombie the whole time you're making the French toast. Let's not kill her. We won't kill that zombie, and she'll be like a recurring zombie. But she wasn't happy with that. She was actually upset. She's like, I got all dressed up. I want you to kill me in this. So I'm like, okay, so we got to kill her. So I'll fast forward through the French toast because it's just easy French toast and it's delicious. But here it is.
Well, it took about 5 minutes to make, so I doctored it up with a little bit of fresh fruit. I found some bananas and some strawberries. I'm going to top it with a little bit of...
Oh my God, Race, that does sound pretty good. Laura the Smiling Zombie sounds like a great spin-off series. Maybe we could do that.
maple syrup. Well, that about wraps it up. So I'm going to go scope the rest of this place out because it's huge. Make sure you check out our website or go to our YouTube page and subscribe. We have a ton of other recipes out there that are zombie-free and vegan and awesome. And I'm so hungry, I think I'm just going to dig into this real quick and then get out of here. So, thanks. Oh man, I was going to eat that. I did so much better when I was on my own. Well, I'm waiting for mine to cook now because you just took mine.
These are delicious.
Well, thanks.
Why don't you waste your friend? She's making me nervous.
You know what? I told you already. I got no bullets in this gun. You're eating my food. I guess there were more bullets in this gun.
Just so watch this one more time because I did another special effect here. So if you can look again, I'll play it a couple more times. But I did some visual effects here, which I don't think a lot of people notice. But I want you guys to notice. Look in the mirror behind her, or like on the side of her.
I guess there were more bullets in this gun.
Hold on. Back up.
I told you already. I got no bullets in this gun. You're eating my food.
Do you see that? So I actually rotoscoped out of the mirror and I made it look like the blood was all in. You could see it all in the mirror. I'll play it one more time. Because I
Eating my food.
All right. I'll change my battery, but you don't have to see me. I'm not important. The video is important. But I will change it. Yep, he did. He did. She wanted... Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to change my battery. Zeke, get in your bed. Get in your Betty Bye. You and your brother are Betty Bye boys. Betty Bye boys? Betty Bye. Okay, here we go. What else? Okay. So did you guys all see that?
Bullets in this gun. You're eating my food.
There we go. Look at the mirror. And she was super happy that we finally killed her in the video, which I didn't wanna, but...
I guess there were more bullets in this gun.
And then... Here's some of the... And then I had like a full like credits like there. It tells everybody that was in it. And everybody loved it. They all clapped and I was like, yes. Zombie Gate Films is me. 2011. Way back in the day. Vegan zombie. He's holding some carrots. He's got a bunny next to him. Anyway. Stupid. You guys want to see another one like that, or are we on to something new? What? Didn't see the blood. Oh, because I played it so many times. I like the theory of Harry Potter. I love going to I love the Universal Harry Potter world. I enjoyed. I only read one book. I don't even think I finished, but I enjoyed it. But I don't like the movies. I didn't like the movies. The background music, I just where'd I get it? I think I got it from Video Copilot, and I just kind of like made them, like there was like these bass stems that you would put together to make different things, and I just kind of found some creepy ones, and I was using them for the majority of my vegan zombie videos back then. And yeah, John made some on his computer, and I used those in a couple ones. Thank you, Lynn. Yeah, so I kind of just, I made it. So there was one, oh, so let's see. What's the other big one? So we did a big one at Strong Hearts Cafe. That was a big one that we did. And I did some more special effects in that. And Lord of the Smiling Zombies in that one. And the other really cool one that I did was one with at a local mall that was after hours. So we got to use the entire mall because my friend owned a comic book store at that mall. And so that was one that we did that was really fun. And then there's one that I did, if you guys want to see that one. It was a commercial I did for Beanfields. Do you guys know Beanfields chips? And it's at the same place. If you guys, do you want to see that? It's not as long. And you can see my bad acting. Okay, we'll just, well, you know, I'm not sure what everybody will here we go. So I got a masher, and I'm wearing a Tamerlane Animal Sanctuary hat. I always try to help out my friends and stuff, so I'm wearing their hat. Got Beanfields in there. That was Larry the little kitty. So the guy, the same dude that helped me, that works here at this palace, he rescued a cat and a kitten that they found like out. Just I forgot where he found it, but Larry the cat was in the video. So he's my little sidekick. Got the same backpack on. It's my bug out bag. What? Where did all these come from? Jalapeno? Barbecue? Nacho. I'm so hungry. These are zombie-free, vegan. You know, when you're out in the zombie apocalypse for as long as I had been there, and you just get really hungry, guys. Vegan? Oh my God, and they're fresh. Oh, there you are, little guy. How are you doing? It's not safe here. And what I like about these is they're full of fiber, protein, non-GMO, and So these zombies, like, so we did like so many takes of that, and they all were like, you know, put them in their mouth at the beginning. They were so full that they were only taking like one, because at the beginning they're all like, rah, rah, rah. And then by this take right here, they're all taking like one. But that's Jordan, so that's I told you guys about it. That was like Rachel's best friend, Jordan, and she just every time just stuffed them in her mouth. She was like the perfect zombie for that. Always zombie free. There you go. And we had somebody come in at the last minute, and after she got out of work, do the makeup for that. So that was pretty awesome. A tuning fork for the sound? No. Okay. Let's. Do you guys want to see the other, the Strong Hearts one, or the one we did at the mall? You want more video? Because I can keep narrating this, you know. So that was the one that I did. But we'll go down to. We'll do the mall one. If I can find it. Let's see. Found it. Do you guys want to see my original trailer for the for my movie when actually 10 years ago? Obviously, it's developed since then to a way better script, but way back in the day, I did a trailer for my movie. Why don't I show that first, just because? We're going to skip that ad.
Things just haven't been the same since it happened. No one is safe anymore.
So I just went out like around where my hometown where my parents live, and I just got like a bunch of different footage for this part.
They say that the government poisoned the water supply. Humans were resistant, but much of the livestock was affected. All who consumed animal products were doomed to a horrible fate.
Did you hear that? Everybody that consumed animal products were doomed. It's kind of like what we're dealing with right now. Anyway, that's Big Josh Vegan. 10 years ago, before he was vegan, and he played the part. He had to eat a burger. But of course, I made a vegan burger. I just tried to make it look like it was not a vegan burger.
This was 1 week ago.
I made that with Gimme Lean beef, ground beef, vegan of course. Oh, I don't feel so good.
So what we have is a mass infection caused by the consumption of animal products.
So it's in our food.
So these two people, sorry, their heads got cut off. I was very new back then. So this lady right here, and this is very similar to like what I actually have in my script for my movie, but she owned a farm around there. She's a vegetarian, and she said I could use that farm to film some of it. And the guy right here, I think she was too, but the guy right here was like just a local actor, and so he was like the cop. And this is downstairs. It looks like, I don't know, it looks like it's in some lab, or I don't even know where it looks like it is. But this is in my brother's basement. I was staying there. This is when I told those horror stories. I when I had that chair, I stayed at my brother's house before I moved in this house. This is where that took place. And they were super excited to be part of this. So
Food supply.
Exactly.
And that's what's turning everyone into mindless killers?
Zombies.
How do we know we haven't been infected? If it's in the meat, wouldn't we all have been exposed?
Everybody except for
vegans.
vegans.
Society as we know it has shut down. We
This was 10 years ago. And it's so like relevant right now.
are the survivors. Now it's us versus them.
Dutch angle. I love those woods. That's my brother. We didn't have a makeup artist that day. Sorry it didn't come out in 2011, but we have a way better budget, and we're going to make a way better movie. Anyway, that was a long time ago. This was filmed in 2010, and I was projecting a year later we would have the movie. Yeah, well, we were all 10 years younger here, so. Anyway, so I will find the other one at the mall. It's cool at the mall. Okay, the mall one. So this one, and yeah, these all have like zombie scenes in it and stuff like that. So like I wanted to make entertaining content at the same time. Promote veganism. Okay, so here we go for this one. We all ready? Is everyone with me? Okay, here we go. This is at the mall. Again, my friend owned a comic shop there, and when it all, he checked with security. They were all cool, and he said we're gonna make a movie there, so we're gonna have fake guns and stuff like that. And they're like, yeah, sure, we'll watch you on the cameras. Joseph, you can tell me a secret. Go ahead. Jorge, yeah, you came right in time to watch some of our old videos. Okay, here we go. Here we go. This is in the back corridors of the mall, by the food court. And this is all Foley sounds after the fact. Oh,
I know I've said it before. I shouldn't be leaving my safe haven. But I had to see what was out there. Enough time has gone by. Surely they're all gone now. Maybe I can begin again.
because that's how you run in a dramatic, cheesy, very low budget zombie movie, you know? And I think I was sitting in a wheelchair and people were pulling me backwards so I could film it steady.
Maybe I can find some survivors.
This is John, by the way. If you guys are new to my channel and you only see me, John was the face of the Vegan Zombie when I first started the show. He was the cook, and he's since left the channel. But this is like a long time ago. There's Laura the Smiling Zombie.
I was running low on supplies anyway. And besides, I don't know what's worse, dying or living the rest of my life alone. So far, it's empty. But I have to play it safe. You can never let your guard down. There's got to be something here I can use.
So right now they're pushing me in a wheelchair, and he's running.
Wait, what's that?
I could do way better now. Okay, I'll just let you watch this part and then tell me what this is a reference from. What movie is this a reference from?
She's not right. I can tell by the way she's walking. Well, I only have one bullet left. But it's just one. This shouldn't be too hard.
Okay, here's the reference. Tell me what movie this is from. All right, tell me. What movie was that from? Thank you, Dana. I like the music. Yeah, these are the low budget. Fun. This was so fun to make. Dawn of the Dead, 28 Days Later, Fast Times. Nope. Night of the Living Dead. Don't know. Okay, I'll tell you and then I'll show it one more time. Okay, here we go. Kika. I don't think you were answering, but I think you almost got it right. Okay, so here's what it was from. Let's do it one more time. Go back. Okay, here we go. Star Wars, when Han Solo runs after the stormtroopers, and then he turns around and runs back because now there's a ton of them. Here we go. Ready? Runs in. Runs out. Star Wars. I might just do that. Yep. Ted. It was The New Hope. Uh-oh, John looks like he's done. What are we gonna do without John? Boom!
Whoa.
Yeah, it's alright.
Cloud City Comics.
You alright, man? You bit?
No, I'm okay.
Alright.
Are you sure that door is secure enough?
I think so, man. It should be okay.
Hey, thanks a lot for saving me out
worry.
there. I'm John.
I know who you are. I've been following your
Marina, you're not still on here, are you? Is Marina?
exploits. I'm Jeff. I live here in this comic shop. It's my job to make sure that when this whole nightmare is over, people remember who the superheroes are.
I must say, you've done a really great job of keeping this place intact. I didn't
By the way, this was all like they came up with this like right here. Like we all figured out like what we were gonna say.
know these places still existed.
They do. If it's up to me, they'll exist for a long time, even when this nightmare is over. Speaking of, I'm glad you're here. I've been saving this for a while. I didn't know for who, but now I do. It's for you, man.
Wait a minute. Is this what I think it is?
Yeah. Only two in existence.
But this is the super amazing, awesome vegan book of recipes. I can't take this from you.
The people have to see this. This has to be shared with the world, man. And I know that you're one of the only people that can make use of this.
So the reason why I'm laughing, the reason why I wanted to know the super awesome book of vegan recipes, was because if Marina was here. So we found this book, like this big, huge book that looked perfect for the thing. But if you actually looked at it, it was a Russian architecture book. Like, we couldn't even read it. So
Take it.
You know what? You're right. Listen, I don't know if we're gonna be able to hold him off much longer. Is there another way out of here? I'm gonna put this place in jeopardy.
Yeah. We're gonna go out there some back hallways and hit a freight elevator. Should be fine. Let's get.
now, like any 80s movie, Goonies, whatever, you know, we have to get into action now. Ready?
Get this. Let's go.
Get some supplies.
Man, follow me. Come on. This way. Alright, man. This is where we need to be.
Where's this go? What are you doing? We gotta go. Wait, what about you?
Gotta get out of here, man. You're too important. Stay gold.
Stay gold. So he's also a DJ, and his name is DJ Stay Gold. So that's why he had to say Stay Gold at the end. Okay, so this next zombie coming up, John said this girl did such a good job that he actually was scared of her. Good night, Frank.
Stay gold.
So, yeah. This is like after the, you know, just doing we did a skit at the mall after hours with my friend who owns a comic shop there. Cloud City Comics. Good zombie makeup. This is everybody. That one guy, this guy right here. So he's the guy that works at the Palace Theater that let me in to do that. That's Jeff. He puts on the Horror Fest here. This is Laura the Smiling Zombie right here. And yeah. Okay. We're gonna stop that and go here, and there we are. So, I mean, so you guys, so these have been up there for like, you know, the last, you know, 10 years on the channel. But yeah, I used to always do videos like that. Those were my favorite ones to do. And now they're completely different. But that's how I started the channel. That's how the channel kind of blew up. And then it just, people stopped watching those videos. So I changed the content. Yes, Cloud City was where Lando was. Back to full Chris. That's right. Unless you guys want to watch another one. Also, I want to show one more just because I just remembered it. This one actually has a real celebrity in it. Okay, let me think of what we made. This was 7 or 8 years ago here. Oh, I found another one that's okay. So let me skip the ad for you guys so you don't have to see the ad. Okay, skipping the ad. Okay, so this one, I'll just fast forward most of it till you can see because the celebrity's only in it at the end. Okay, yeah, so I don't know if everybody knows. So for those of you that are a little bit older, does anybody remember Police Academy? Police Academy? Well, there was a character in Police Academy that I always, tried to imitate when I was a little kid. Bobcat Goldthwait. He played Zed, and he had like this crazy voice. And if you listen to him in real life, his voice kind of sounds like that, but not like as emphasized. So Bobcat Goldthwait, he's a comedian. He's a director. He was Robin Williams' best friend, and he is he was an actor back in those days, and he's an actor in my film, so that's awesome. He's got a tattoo of a salt potato on his arm that says 315. 315 is the area code here in Syracuse. He's from Syracuse, and Kat Von D did that. And he was a longtime vegetarian, and I think he ended up going vegan, but I don't know. I haven't had any contact with him since. My friend who did the artwork for my cookbook is his nephew. So he asked him when he was in town if he would do this video for us, and he said, yeah, sure. So he does the video with us, and I'm super excited. And yeah, the bloopers behind that are even funnier because I start like trying to tell him, okay, this is what I need you to do. I need you. You know what? I don't need to tell you. You're a way better actor and director than me, so you just do you. And that's how we did it. And yeah, it was good. So anyway, let's watch it.
Hey guys, I know some of you have been looking for a new video from us, but we ran out of ingredients, so I was forced to go back out.
Okay, so I'm just gonna fast forward a little. Creaky, creaky.
Just what I was looking for. A kitchen. Let's see what we got here.
Ooh, that was bad editing. You could hear me in the background. So I'll fast forward. So we make salt potatoes. Salt potatoes is like a Syracuse thing, and it's one of Bobcat's like favorite things. He's made a few movies in the past, 5-10 years too. God Bless America, which actually was filmed here. That was pretty good. Oh, sorry guys. I'm sorry you couldn't see the video. Basically, John just comes into the house and says,
just what I was looking for. A kitchen. Let's see what we got here.
You could hear me there.
Salt potatoes. Perfect. Now, the salt potato is a classic dish that developed here in the central New York region millions of years ago, long before the zombie apocalypse, of course. I have a bag of salt potatoes right here, which are basically just small potatoes picked early in the summer. About that big. Now, there's a real simple rule to follow. 1 pound of salt for every 4 pounds of potatoes. Don't get all scared. I know there's a lot of salt, but that's how it cooks. The salt coats the skin of the potato, actually keeping the water from getting in so you don't have a real gross, mushy potato. You actually have a sort of baked potato in boiling water. That's crazy, isn't it? But it works. Let me show you how. So I got some boiling water. I'm gonna add a pound of salt. Go pound salt. And of course, the taters.
So anyways, I'm going to fast forward. So he makes those potatoes. And then, okay, here we go. Yeah, he made like a nice little garlic buttery chive sauce for it.
Smells good. I can't wait to taste it. Well, there you have it.
Yes, these are a real thing here in Syracuse, New York. And they're really good too. And don't let the salt scare you. Like he said, they cook in the salt water. And then when they come out, it's like, they're delicious. And everybody has them here in the summertime. They're all in all the stores. And
have it, guys. A simple recipe from Syracuse, my hometown. It's my favorite.
Are you infected?
Are you Bobcat Goldthwait?
Are those salt potatoes?
Yeah. Go right ahead.
Oh, those are
Thanks. You never know who you're gonna meet in the middle of a zombie apocalypse.
Oh, this is
Thanks.
he called him a weirdo. Anyway, that's Bobcat. I was super stoked for that. So before this all happened, I went to my friends, his nephews, who are my friends, their wedding. And he sat me right next to Bobcat. So I'm at this wedding, and they had vegan stuff. And I sit right next to Bobcat, and then his brother, who is also like a producer in Hollywood and all that. So I'm sitting there, and Bobcat's like, "Hi, I'm Bob," and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, I know, Like, oh my God. But I'm like, oh, hi, I'm Chris, you know? And then we both went up to get food together and we were talking about like the vegetarian, vegan food and stuff. And yeah, he did that he wanted me to talk to Bobcat. So I got to talk to Bobcat. It was pretty awesome. Oh, potatoes. So I think the bloopers are at the end. So the bloopers on this were really funny because John could not say his last name. So John didn't actually grow up watching those. I did. So I knew who Bobcat was. John was like just taking direction. And it was kind of, well, just watch.
Are you Bobcat Goldthwait?
Goldthwait.
Goldthwait?
We should just do it really fast. Go like this. Are you infected?
Are you Bobcat Goldthwait?
It's all right.
Sorry.
So he messed it up a few times and he was super embarrassed, but I don't think Bobcat really cared. So I don't know if there's something else. The post-apocalyptic pot pie was pretty good. Shepherd's pie. I'm just looking through some of my older videos. The shepherd's pie was kind of scary when we filmed it because, well, I'll wait for another time. I think we're good. We've been on for 2.5 hours. We can maybe talk about that next time if we want. If you guys just joined us, we've been looking through old videos for the past, how long have we been doing this for? Maybe like an hour now. We'll do more movies we'll do more movies next time. I'll try to find some good ones and put them in a little playlist. So now I want to make another one like that. I just like the last time I did something like that, nobody watched it. So, you know, when things change, you got to adapt. And, you know, that's what I did for my channel. You know, that's what I love doing, but also I wanted to continue doing vegan zombies. So I had to put out content that, you know, people wanted to watch. And unfortunately, I mean, those all got some pretty good views, but then as time went on, they stopped. So I changed my whole thing. You got to adapt. But I'm scrolling through right now and I'm seeing a few more with the zombies in it and stuff. Fun stuff, so. No, Ted, I haven't seen that. HBO recorded live. Yeah, if I'm ever going to do this again with that amount of people, then I'll definitely do a shout out on probably my Instagram or maybe my Facebook to see if anybody wants to volunteer to be in one of the videos, because it's fun. It's so fun. I haven't done that in so long, and I just really hope this whole thing blows over and people are okay and we can get out again and do fun things like this. So, but in the meantime, you know, at least we can talk about it. A 24-hour live stream day. I'm going to have to figure out a day to do that. And I think I'm free every day. We'll figure that out. In my opinion, Deathbed or Holy Name, what's my pick? What are you talking about, though? I love the song Deathbed by 108. Is that what you're talking about? Z, I have not. I don't know. If you guys like these streams, give me the thumbs up. I think that helps push the stream. But I'm going to have to come up with a new name for this because we showed a bunch of movies and it'll be hard for people to see them with these generic names. See, that's my problem, just labeling all these live streams After Dark Live, you know, but nobody really, you know, if somebody wanted to go back to one, I try to label them accordingly. 108, yeah, I love Deathbed. It's the first show I saw, 108 in Shelter. What's a deal breaker for me? What, like with what? A deal breaker for what? There needs to be more information. Rose says, I'm going to watch all your videos ever. I've got over 1,000 videos. No, Holly, I didn't see that. That sounds interesting, though. Doing a normal YouTube formula is being a sellout. In what way? You get tired of eating healthy after a few days. I don't feel satisfied. Any advice? I like to just do a balance. I like to eat a lot of healthy foods, but then I have my cheat foods in case I don't feel satisfied, and it seems to work for me. So, you know, don't go crazy with junk foods, but have like some kind of a cheat food. And when I say cheat food, just something that satisfies you. As long as it's vegan. You don't like Four Sigmatic? I can't choose any of the ads that go on any of my stuff. Pinky Trick says, now that more people know of you, it might be different. For what? In what way? Well, Regina, when I usually go to, actually the only horror cons I've ever gone to, I've actually had a booth there as the vegan zombie. So yeah, so then I get to get the word out to people when they come over. Is DJ Staygold still a DJ? I believe so. I'm sure he did something on live like a couple days ago where he went live on Facebook just to get people all happy again. He played some music and yeah. Deal breaker in friendships or with roommates? Well, I don't want any roommates that aren't vegan for one. So Josh is my newest roommate and he's vegan, so that's great. I stopped making the videos that made you unique and, like you said, followed what's trending. No, not exactly. And I definitely don't think I sold out. I wanted to keep my channel alive, and I still love promoting veganism, and I love making videos regardless. But just realizing right now, watching these videos, how much I love doing these. But seriously, when you put that much time into something and money, and nobody watches them anymore, you got to find another way to do that. So through doing what I'm doing and, you know, doing other kinds of content, which I still love making content, don't get me wrong, I'm able to do something even bigger and better than that. I was able to get enough people that believed in me to do a Kickstarter for a movie, for an actual movie, to make something that I'm so passionate about. So this is all leading in the direction that I wanted to go in. And, you know, with a bigger budget, like a real budget to do, obviously not a real Hollywood budget, but like a budget enough to make anything that I just showed you guys like 100 times better. So I definitely am not the sellout kind of person. So no. And if you're looking at it in a negative way, definitely not. But if you're looking at it in a way where, you know, being able to support myself doing what I love, then that's a win for me. So I can make whatever kind of content I want. I don't like the negative connotation for that, but I would like to, yeah, I would love to be able to sell out, make, be successful and feel like, oh, I've succeeded at something. Brooklyn says one of my favorite videos is how to cook tofu right, and always a go-to for me when I'm teaching others. Tofu is great. Just gets a bad rap. You're doing great. So thank you. So the tofu video is one of my most viewed videos that I've ever done, and it's the first video I ever did myself without John in the video. When the transition when John left and I came in, that's my first video, and I was so afraid to make that video, and I can't even watch it now because I cringe at myself. But it's helped people make tofu, so, and it does have a lot of views, so yeah, it was, I guess, successful. You like the sanctuary content? Thank you. So I've been all over the place, different sanctuaries all over the place, and I have a ton of sanctuary videos. Yeah, well, I know, I'm not going to say their name, but I know a band that would not sell out because they looked at it as a negative way, and they could have been so big and got their message out to even more people, but they refused to do that, and they never made any money. But they're well known in their genre, and yeah, they could have been so much bigger, but they refused to do that. Have I done collabs with other vegan YouTubers besides Craig? Yeah, I've done a lot of collabs with different people. I've done one with, let's see, Black Metal Chef. I've had, Miyoko with Isa. Well, some of these aren't really YouTubers, but let me see. Badass Vegan, although he doesn't really do YouTube. He does like Instagram. Jason Robel, Whitney, Eco Vegan Gal. I had Tio Blanco on my show. Who else? Lots, probably too many for me to remember everyone. Bananiac, Meat Free Athlete, Honey LeBronx, Brian Turner, Ravana, ex-vegan, Raw Alignment, ex-vegan, a vegan foot soldier. I was on his, he did an interview with me being a 25-year vegan. Happy, healthy vegan, obviously. Which video is what? Thank you, Pinky Tricks. Have a great night. Thank you for watching. I haven't edited yet, but I did an interview with Vegan Gains when I was in Toronto, and I still have to edit that footage. Yeah, exactly, Travis. Yeah, like if people that are, they go and get their degree and then go get a job to make money, like technically that's the same thing as what people call selling out for bands and stuff like that, so... But if you're talking about like so I'm the kind of person, like I'm very like genuine, like you're not going to see me taking money from a company to promote something to you guys that I don't believe in. You know what I'm saying? Like I've had companies that I'm just like, no, I can't. I'm not, no. They're like, well, we're willing to pay you this though. And I'm like, I don't even entertain it. So if you see me promoting something and I am getting paid for something, it's something that I actually like. So, yeah. You may as well delete the Toronto footage. All right, done. Don't have to edit that video. Yeah, only VDog. Fun fact, I do not get paid. You make breadcrumbs compared to Elon Musk. Then I definitely want your job, because compared to Elon Musk, that must mean you make a ton of money. Because he makes like an indubitably amount of money. And if you're making breadcrumbs compared to that, I'm probably making like, I don't want to say it because then I'll get demonetized, but you know what I'm going to say. The virus. That's how small I make compared to him. Breadcrumbs are much larger than those. Much larger. I'm sorry, I didn't want to work that 9 to 5 for somebody else. Like, I always strive to be able to do my own thing. And when I finally made it to, like, I was an investigator and I was kind of working on my own. And then I became like a contractor investigator. So then I kind of was my own boss, but I still hated that I had to do a certain type of work. And then when I was able to do this full time, I was like, oh my God, this is like the best. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. And here I've been ever since. I've had my channel for 11 years, but I've only been doing it for 3.5 full time. Before that, like, yeah, I paid everything with my full-time job. But just stick with something. Like, I mean, that's what I stuck with, and that's what I wanted to do, and I just made it happen. Yeah. You don't think I get the analogy? No, I do. I was joking with you. I kind of like went in another direction. Well, actually, Elon Musk is a billionaire, and he bought like over 1,200 ventilators from China, sent them to the LA area, California. I don't know if LA, but California. Low audio again? Is that for everyone or just Alan? I don't know. I haven't done anything to my audio, so. No audio. Okay, so we're good. We're only good for a little bit, though, because I got to get going. I think these dogs are like, hey, pay attention to me. Yeah, same here, Ashley. I did know who Ravana was, but I didn't know who Raw Alignment was. Good night, Holly. Regina, good night. Be careful working tomorrow. Unless you're working from home, just have fun. The virus is a joke? Did he say that before or after he went in and did that? Well, Elon is promoting veganism completely on the cars. My brother has one. Thank you, Vigo. Vegan motorcycles. I could definitely put a word in for Josh. All right, guys, it's 2:00. I'm gonna get going. What is the last movie I watched? I watched Platform on Netflix a couple nights ago, 2 nights ago. Yeah. All right, guys. I will. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night. Stay safe and watch out for zombies.